Crypto fear is peaking with one of the wildest fear and greed sentiment readings of all time. Is it a buy signal? Well, you better hope it is, because you got about 2 to 5 years left to escape the permanent AI underclass. It's a real thing, guys. We got a lot to talk about in today's video, so we're going to go ahead and get straight into it and start by talking about the World Uncertainty Index. This chart's been making the rounds, man. New all-time highs. Hey, something's hit a new all-time high. In fact, literally every market in the world, even the World Uncertainty Index, is hitting new all-time highs. Everything except crypto. Anyway, this is crazy. Worse than 9/11, worse than the 2008 crash, worse than COVID. Trump's tariff wars, Iran tensions, the price of Bitcoin being down. It's probably not factored in here, but it should be, gosh darn it. We are living in crazy times, my friends. Does this mean anything? Not necessarily. But there you go anyway. It's been getting shared a lot around, so I thought I'd share with you. It's kind of interesting. Teslas, this is crazy. Guys, these robots, gosh, I need to buy some more Tesla, don't I? These robots, insane. Listen to this. Listen, this is totally nuts, guys.
When do you think Optimus will be a better surgeon than the best surgeons? How long for that?
3 years.
3 years, okay. Yeah. And by the way, that's
I'd say 3 years at scale.
Yes.
There'll probably be more Optimus robots that are great surgeons than there are all surgeons on Earth.
And the cost of that, but that's an important statement in 3 years' time.
Yeah.
Because medicine, I mean,
I'm not like absolutely certain, but I'd say if you say like 4 years, I'd be absolutely.
There you go. From the man himself, the world's richest man, almost a trillionaire. His Optimus robots, and of course you have Figure AI and Boston Dynamics, probably like 50 companies out of China. Oh my gosh, guys. Literally everyone's going to lose their jobs. Everybody, every white collar worker, blue collar workers. I'm a doctor. They're not going to come for my jobs. Oh, they're coming for your jobs. I'm a plumber. They're not going to come for my jobs. Oh, they're coming for everybody's jobs. You got to get it, guys. You got to stack as much as possible in the next 5 years. Do you understand that? We're going to have the roaring 20s and into the 1930s, the new Great Depression. The 100-year cycle completes itself. This will be the biggest disruption to jobs in, well, since the tractor in the 1930s, okay? Except the problem is back in the 1930s when everybody lost their jobs on the farms because of the tractors, they could go to the cities and work in the factories. This time, there's nowhere to go. What are you going to do? The AI is literally more intelligent than us already. Claude's building itself. Okay, the robots are going to be better at doing literally everything, work 24/7, make, well, very few mistakes, of course, because, mistakes will always get made, won't they? But why is the scar on my left side? My appendix is on the right. You're absolutely right. Let me try that one more time. We still have a little ways to go, guys. Don't worry. We still got a few years, but they're catching up. The robots are catching up, guys. Oh, my gosh. Jobs data crushes expectation. Oh no, Americans are getting jobs again and the economy's not going to a horrible recession. ISM is above 50. We talked about this. Is very exciting. The first real breakout in like 3 years. Goldman Sachs discloses $2.8 billion in crypto exposure. Sentiments at all times low, realizing this really is the shakeout before the breakout. NASDAQ still the same place it was yesterday, still failing to get above the 20 and 50-day EMAs. I think once it breaks back above these, it probably goes on a nice little run, probably hits a new all-time high. Be watching out for that, of course. Hopefully, our crypto bags finally decide to correlate to something to the upside. That would be nice. S&P 500 futures opening in the green. SPX itself still above the 20-day EMA yesterday, so just a fly's breath away from a new all-time high again. Tesla, I want to share this one. It's very interesting. Tesla's at a weird spot right now. On the one hand, I think there's a good case to be made for a long opportunity. Man, I missed it. I just was not paying enough attention to it. I missed this. I would have bought more here at 390. But anyway, I missed that. Here's the interesting thing. Okay, we have a downtrend. Okay, with a few nice touches. 1, 2, okay, 3 the interesting ones. So that broke out. We also have the MACD on the daily swinging back bullish. RSI breaking out. That would all make you think, well, there's probably a decent long position coming here. And I think entering a long around the current prices may not be the craziest thing. Keeping a stop loss down here below the 20-day and the trend line here. So somewhere around like 420, 419, something like the 420. Oh my gosh. Back when I was a young man, not that old yet, when I was a teenager, we were driving very fast somewhere on 420 to try and get to a accessory shop for flowers. And got into a crazy car wreck, man. The guy was just driving way too fast, our driver. So we're trying to get there like 50 minutes to get there. The things you do when you're a teenager. Anyway, it's a different story. The other thing that keep in mind here, though, with Tesla currently is this right here. Okay, we did get rejected yesterday at the 50-day EMA, so that's a bearish underside retest. Again, so you can see it's been kind of chopping around this 50-day. If you wanted to wait for more confirmation, watch for a close above the 50-day, okay? So you lose a little bit of the meat of the move, but not that much. You get a little more confirmation that breakout could be the real deal. So that's about a 435, daily close above 435, and then if that's the case, if we don't get rejected here and then go back down, if that is the real breakout, then we're probably going back up to like $500 or something like that, which I know is not the biggest move in the world. It's going to be like a 17% gain on a trade or something like that, but it ain't terrible, is it? Especially consider what crypto's been doing, Jesus. Okay, crypto underperformance is not new. No, it is not. Sure as heck isn't. It's operating the way it's supposed to. It's high risk beta. We've seen this before. Look at this. 2021, crypto underperforming, stocks ripping. Also 2021's crypto dumping, stocks ripping. 2024, crypto sideways, stocks ripping. We've been here before. We'll be here again. Hey, real quick, especially if you're in the UK or really anywhere in Europe, but especially the UK, let's have a quick listen to today's sponsor. Let's take a quick second to talk about your portfolio. If you are in the UK, yes, you, and you've been looking to get into crypto, or you're just sick and tired of the high fees and the limited options, you need to check out Bitpanda. Look, we've all been there, signing up for a platform only to find they have like 5 coins and charge you a $5 just to move your own money. Bitpanda is changing the game in the UK. They offer over 650 different crypto assets. That is officially the widest selection in the country. You heard that right. The best part, it's actually accessible. You can start trading from just £1. Whether you're putting in the price of a coffee or you're building a serious position, there are zero deposit and withdrawal fees. What you see is what you get. And they're already trusted by over 7 million users across Europe because they don't mess around with safety. Whether you're on your laptop or you're using the mobile app, while on the tube, it's accessible, it's reliable, and it's ready when you are. Stop overpaying for less. Hit the link in the description to join 7 million other crypto traders and start trading with Bitpanda today. Okay, Bitcoin time. In case you were feeling bearish, have a listen to this.
Even after today's dramatic rebound, Bitcoin still feels like it's lost its luster. The precipitous decline of the cryptocurrency occurring at the same time as a weakening dollar calls into question whether it's a real storehold of value or even a hedge against inflation. We know nothing. This volatile thing we used to think it could be a currency. That's obviously not going to happen. It's a great speculative asset, I guess, until it started plummeting.
Until it started plummeting. Jim. You're in the wrong place, man. You shouldn't be on, what is it, CNBC? You shouldn't be on CNBC, dog. You should have a YouTube channel. You'd be like the rest of us, be wrong all the time about stuff. Be fantastic. Anyway, YouTube's ready for you, Jim. Come on. Kazi says we're slowly starting an explanation about 1010. It's happening slowly but surely. Block fills halts withdrawals in crypto turmoil. So Susquehanna-backed crypto lender Block fills suspended client deposits and withdrawals citing recent market volatility. Market volatility, aka we lost your fucking money. The Chicago-based firm, allegedly, Chicago-based firm which serves 2,000 institutional clients and handles $60 billion in 2025 trading, remains open for select trading but is limiting liquidity. Oh, could this be one of the players that saw that extreme mechanical US hours sell-off last week? Maybe. Just maybe. Crypto Quant Binance data indicates Bitcoin volatility has reached its highest level since 2022 as the market enters a new phase. Just bottom things. That's what we're seeing here. Billy Boone, the problem with copying the 4-year cycle playbook. 2025 already did the boring part nobody's accounting for. Everybody's calling for an October 2026 bottom because it's a 12 months after the top. That's what the crystal ball says and what the cycle demands. Based on what exactly? Yeah, I know. 12-year cycle, man, it's crazy. Or 12 years, like 4-year cycle, it's insane. Just because a certain amount of time has passed, we all just give up. Crypto in itself is just a fucking meme, isn't it? The whole thing's just a meme. Anyway, here's what most cycle maxis miss. They measure bear duration from all-time high. Markets don't care about your start date. 2025 was a year full of sideways chop. This is the theory, okay, about the left translated cycle, that the real bull market top December, January of 24-25. And that even though it went to 126 in October, was only a few $1,000s above the previous high. And okay, ETH went $100 over its 2021 all-time high. These were essentially bear market rallies driven simply by ETF buyers and digital asset treasuries. And that had we not had that, we wouldn't have had new price highs in 2025 and would have looked more like a bear market. Okay, because remember, basically every altcoin, everything outside of maybe the top 5 coins, had absolute dog shit performance. There are a few runners like Hyperliquid and stuff like that. But for the most part, everything's been a bear market for a year already. And so is this not the beginning of the bear market, or let's say the 25-30% way into the bear market? Because the bear market, of course, according to losing the 50-week EMA, started back in December. But perhaps this is not the beginning of the end, but actually much closer to the end, especially considering all the bottoming signals that we're seeing here across the market, okay? Fear and greed at 5, lower than COVID, lower than the FTX crash. Crazy, man. Crazy. Hunter Horsley, wealth management client who Bitwise met 2 years ago, never allocated crypto until today with the pullback. They put in $11 million. Hey, prices are looking juicy, okay? People are nibbling. Not just Gary Vee, okay? Like, big institutional players and stuff are starting to nibble too. So, keep that in mind. Bitcoin currently in this falling wedge pattern. MACD still a couple days away from a potential bullish crossover, which could at the very least indicate that we could still get that nice relief rally up to, fill the CME gap around 82, 83, something like that. The technical target for this on the downside is around 61. Technical target on the upside is around 73 or so. Just FYI. Keep an eye out, see how this plays out here. Of course, it came down just enough to stop me for like 10 minutes, traded under $66,000 and stopped me out on my Bitcoin long. I made $1,000 on it. It's fine. But I know now we're going to break out. Now we're going to fill the CME gap at 83K, aren't we? Anyway, I'll keep an eye out. If we break above this top line here, I think that's an opportunity for me to go long again on BTC. Edward Moore, biggest asset manager in the world, partners up with Uniswap. Pumps like 40 or 50% in like a few minutes, and then ends the day only like 6% up. Unreal, isn't it? Unreal. The amount of just not giving a crap. Uniswap, what a terrible asset. It's been so bad. Oh boy. Anyway, Ethereum. MACD still a few days away from potential bullish crossover, which could reverse momentum here for us. Currently, chart's not looking wildly fantastic, but it's also not terrible. If we end up getting something like this start to form up, then guess what that is? That's an uptrend. Now, is that the uptrend that takes us up to new all-time highs? Not necessarily. Is that an uptrend that gets us back up to some interesting retest levels, probably around in this zone, for example? Potentially, that'd be around 3K, by the way. So a 33% rally, could that be in store for Ethereum? Yeah, it's possible. Certainly possible over the next few weeks. Anything beyond that, well, let's just take it one step at a time. Why don't we, huh? Not get too far ahead of ourselves. Solana looking about the same here. Not much to mention, I think, about Solana currently. Still on oversold on the RSI. That's wild, man. That's really wild. It's still oversold. Epic buying opportunity potential. No, just think about Lark. If we don't bought it, if the 4-year cycle theorists are correct, and they were only correct on a small portion of it, let's say. I know we're down at the prices collapsed exponentially, right? But there's a lot of things that sort of invalidate the 4-year cycle theory. But we still have the bear market going on. We still have prices crushing, right? So that's definitely got that going for it. But if we do if we didn't have this sort of left translated cycle, we're nearing the end of the bear market. And if this is just the beginning of the bear market, we go into October, then shit, Solana's going down to like 20, 30 bucks, isn't it? But if all this massive oversold readings, and we've shared 50 indicators in the last week, probably with you guys here talking about how wildly oversold everything is, if that is important, if these signs that typically mark the bottom of bear markets tend to have any relevance, then it's an opportunity to buy Solana when the daily is wildly oversold and has been oversold for basically a week and a half now. Guys, if you're not in the inner circle yet, you're missing out straight up, okay? Now I know what you're thinking. Lark, but it's $50 a month. What are you talking about? Most of you guys are going to go out, lose thousands of dollars every single month, screwing around, doing dumb shit without actually having a community to back you up, without having, our token sniffer bot to stop you from getting scammed on rug pulls, without regular trading setups to help you put you on the winning side of trades. That's long and short positions. You can make money when the market's going down, okay? Long and short positions on crypto, stocks, metals, okay? You won't get our free trading course. $299 value for our trading course, and you get it for free when you sign up, okay? You'll get weekly stock reports. These are for hot tech stocks, things like Micron Tech before it had its 100% rally. Things like Canton. We get a weekly altcoin report too. Things like Canton, which we shared before it had its 100% rally. Still ways to win in the market, man. I know people have been fucked up recently by everything going on. I get it. But got to shake that out of your brain, okay? There's still ways to win. We want to help you win at the Inner Circle. There's a link down below. It's $50 a month. You get a 7-day free trial. So you can come in, poke your head around, say hi, try the tools out, read the reports, see if it's for you or not. Okay? Okay. That's it. You're awesome. I appreciate you. I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.